just a few hours away, essentially, from snow starting to fall.
Yeah, yeah.
Still fixing the hair.
I don't. It's something's wrong with
I
it.
know something's off. It's okay.
I mean, snow's coming.
Yeah, yeah. My toupee moves when the snow's coming. This is not a big deal, but it is enough that we'll probably have some delays tomorrow from schools and whatnot.
Timing issue.
And little things, my shovel had been just flat on my yard for
just waiting
15 days, and I'm like, I'll pick it up.
That's right.
Not that
So
I don't
it's
think
not
this is going to be
buried
enough snow that you're
now.
not going to see it later, but
Why have to dig it out?
right,
Put it in
Just
position.
have to
We know it's
find
coming.
it. It's getting there.
Just like your
The
hair.
toupee? Yeah, if that falls flat, I'm never going to find it in the snow. 37 for a high today, Portland 35 in Bangor, 37 in Sanford, 35 in Freiburg. We got a lot of sun today. It was a pretty nice day. Clouds coming in from southwest to northeast now, and here's our system, which is not a blockbuster. It's not supposed to be. It's just an area of low pressure that's a little bit of a clipper. So it's going to come through, and typically, all else being equal, clippers are good for 1 to 3 inches of snow. You'll see that we have some slightly higher amounts at a couple of spots, and I'll explain why in a second. But first things first, through the first half of tonight, there's no issues. It's not until 9 to 11, it looks like, snow moves in over southern and western Maine. But I do think once the snow sets in, it will stick to surfaces immediately because temperatures are cold enough in the 20s, and the snow growth is okay. So I think we'll see some pretty quick accumulation through the first half of the evening into early tomorrow morning. But this does move out very rapidly in York County and Cumberland County, and I think by the morning commute it's pretty doable, but it's still snowing in the mid-coast at that point and down East Maine, and I think this is the zone here that could have a bit of a rougher morning commute. It's not until 9:30 or 10 that this whole thing moves out and then we see some sun through the afternoon. So one thing that changed is that Todd added this morning a 3 to 5 inch zone. And I understand why, because there's a little bit of an inverted trough reaching back and giving some enhancement to the snowfall here in the mid-coast. That combined with the fluff factor could get us over 3 inches. I think the vast majority of us, though, are looking at 1 to 3 here still, and then dissipating to almost nothing north of Bangor. We're just missing a storm on Saturday after this. That'll give us a couple of snow showers Saturday, not a big deal. Sunday looks decent. And then we just kind of hang out here. We get pretty mild for Wednesday and Thursday. Still watching the storm system for next Friday. I don't know what it's going to be. I just know when you get a low here and a low here, things are likely to get interesting by late next week. But until then, cruising, at least snowy Februarys. This surprised me. So far, we have no snow in Portland. But if we just get our forecast tonight, it'll drop us out of the top 5 least snowy Februarys. And I would not have put money on that. Usually I'm pretty good at the nerd stuff like this. And I would have said I would think there's only 1 or 2 Februarys ever with under 1 inch of snow, but that was not true. We had a couple of years in there where we just didn't get any. So if our forecast verifies tonight, we will not be in the least snowy Februarys of all time. But we'll certainly still be in the top 15 or so, unless something drastic happens here at the end. Potentially mild by mid next week into the mid 40s or so. Actually, I gotta check the schedule, see if there's any ski opportunities for myself there.
Suddenly you won't be here.
I love that. Like a Wednesday or Thursday that's 40. Here for it.
You really can't.
But nobody else should do it. It's
no,
a bad idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Just you.
What an example. Thanks,
Good
Keith.
try.